Welcome to Chatuchak Market in Bangkok, Thailand. This is the largest weekend market in the world. There are over 15,000 stalls and there are crowds all over the weekend. They're here to shop for housewares, for plateware, for clothing, for souvenirs. This is the place to be. It has a lot of traditional Thai food as well as some interesting new innovations. And that's what we're here to try. I want to try all of the traditional Thai food that they have. It's not going to happen, but I'm definitely going to try to eat as much as possible. All right, so per usual, we're here at the absolute wrong time. It's noon, it's very hot, and I think the first thing we need to do is try to find a map. Before we start with an actual main meal, actually we walked by shrimp, which Alan loves, so do I. So we got some. Service is not the friendliest. I think because we were hesitating, we didn't know exactly what we wanted. But we got shrimp and chicken for 100. Yeah. So this is 50-50. I think that's like a spicy sauce. It looks spicy sweet. Spicy. Spicy sweet sauce. It's good. And then the shrimp. A lot of breading, but still good. It's crunchy. Not soggy, it's still really good. There's a lot of bread in there, like it's a lot of batter, but it's still good. All right. I can see what the winner is since he's offered to give me the rest of the chicken and he's going to have the shrimp. It's good. All right, I just stopped into the bathroom. They are free toilets and they're so clean. When I was in there, there's actually a cleaner who pops in after someone leaves the bathroom to clean it before you go in. So very clean. I'm really impressed. And then also, very important, we have hopefully compost, recycling, and trash. And they try to stay on top of it. So that is great because I can only imagine how much waste comes out of this place. I was just saying to Alan that I was feeling like we were going to get here at noon and it was going to be chaos. But it's actually not at all. Not a lot of tourists. I think because they tell everybody to come first thing in the morning. Maybe now the morning is the bad time to come. But there aren't. It's actually quite manageable. Quite nice. And I think it's going to rain later today. But right now, it's just really nice because there's a little bit of cloud, but the weather is nice. A little bit of wind, which also signals that the rain is going to come. But so far, it's just really nice. I think if you're planning to come here, you've got to plan basically to come 4 hours or maybe even all day. So part of the market is outside on the street, but a large part of it is actually inside, which is nice, away from the sun. I think there might be air conditioning. There are definitely fans. The first spot that we're heading to, the marker was actually to be by the clock tower. So I think this is a good place to start because it should be easy to find. So actually even having the addresses makes it a little bit complicated. So you have sections and then you have alleyways. We are in right now section 16, Soi 23. We need to be section 16, Soi 24. Oh, this is it. Okay, so it said here, biryani rice. Alright, so I know we're in the Chatuchak Market to try traditional Thai food, but I heard there was a dish here that we had to try because it's very popular with locals and it's biryani chicken. Now biryani we loved in India and we've tried it several times outside India, have not loved it. Muine, I thought I'm not having Indian food outside India again. However, this is supposed to be so good and we are in Saman, Islam. It's a 100% halal restaurant. Very interesting, lots of very tasty food. But so much of this biryani is coming out, which makes me think that indeed this is fantastic biryani. So just chicken, we've got some salad here, and then this is like the sour spicy sauce I've had a couple times here in Thailand. I don't know what it is, so if you can tell me that would be great. This chicken is so tender. And then the flavor of the biryani, it just takes me back. A little bit of spiciness, a little bit of sweetness. Now we made a fatal mistake for our first meal, and that is ordering too much. So the biryani is the chicken and the rice, and then it comes with a soup and a salad. We also got some drinks. I'm getting longan, which is also known as lengkleng in Indonesia. It's a fruit that's found throughout Asia and a little bit in South America. Oh, it's nice. You know, I had this weird perception that all of the food in Thailand was too sweet, but actually none of the drinks are, none of the food is. It has a touch of sweetness, but not too sweet at all, like when you get, say, pad thai at home and it tastes like spicy ketchup. You get lots of fruit flavor, just a little bit of sweetness. We're only in Bangkok for 2 days, but I really feel like just the depth of flavor and the powerful flavors has really inspired us to come back soon, very, very soon. I think we're gonna have to plan a trip to Thailand because we had just a taste in 48 hours, but that taste is so good. I'm not sure if you can hear this, but it's raining. So we knew it was gonna rain today. Thankfully, we are in the shopping section. We're just gonna go around, look for some things, and wait the rain out. Could be a whole lot worse. And there's also food inside. So we've got food, we've got shopping, we've got money. This is gonna be a good afternoon. All right, so the rain stopped, but I think just for a second because ahead of us are like dark gray clouds. It's very humid right now, and we're gonna look for something for a cold drink because as we were walking through the shopping stalls, I just started to feel overheated and noticed that I wasn't really paying attention, maybe a bit confused. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling so hot. I don't think I'm the only one feeling uncomfortable right now because I see a lot of people with fans. It's really like a sauna right now because it rained. It's like very humid from the ground up. Alan suggested that we actually leave the market, just go to the outside. Across the street there's a mall, so at least we could get some AC, cool down, and then come back. We couldn't find our way out back to the exit 1, and so we just left. We're in a mall. I think it's the Chatuchak Mall. It says this is the food court. I was just starting to shut down. I am so thirsty. I think I need some water, I need some coffee, and I need to sit down. And so Alan had already suggested, he said we should just go somewhere with air conditioning. So this mall actually is kind of interesting in that it has pretty much the same prices as at the market. Now at the market normally you can negotiate, but we actually went to a few places where you couldn't. They said it was a fixed price, so it's basically the same as here. Shirts were $2.90, shirts are $2.90 here. At some places you can negotiate. They've got shoes on for under 200 baht. So I think what we're gonna do is get a coffee in here, and then we're gonna look around here because it's air conditioned. And so I think I just need maybe 20-30 minutes in cool air, and then we'll go back outside. So although we said we were going to go to 7-Eleven, we decided that at the end of this discount mall, we should go to a specialty coffee shop. It's expensive. It's specialty. They have like a special drip menu. It's like a very fancy coffee shop. And so the bad thing about going somewhere for just 2 days is you don't really think about the currency exchange. And in my mind, I'm still thinking about Vietnamese dong, but I just realized that we got a yuzu coffee, a blueberry soda, and a chocolate lava croissant, and it cost $13 US. That's the most I've ever spent. That's not true. Once in the Houston airport, I went to Starbucks and I got a $7 pumpkin spice latte. And that, I almost died. It was so expensive. But this, I'm like, I can't believe we just spent this much money. But it is air conditioned and this is supposed to be good quality, and so I'm not gonna worry about it. And after that, we are going to be getting some cheap eats in the market. Well, definitely cheaper eats because this is pretty expensive. All right, so yuzu coffee. I really wish they served it in a cup, but we're not back to that yet. But yuzu is a fruit in Southeast Asia. It kind of has like a citrusy type of flavor. Oh wow, this is good. In Saigon, in the walking tour video, I shared a lime coffee and it was pretty good, but it wasn't amazing. This, I think, well, they have this orange slice, and then I think they also might have some soda water in it. So it's really nice and bright, and you get just like a little pop of like citrus. This is good, definitely worth it. I hope this croissant is as good as the drink. Because if that's the case, then, well, this already it wasn't too expensive, but it was like North American standards. It's like chocolate lava, so it's actually, yeah, there's like lots of chocolate in there. This is good. This is a good croissant and it's a little bit warm. If you want a treat, if you're like me and you need to get out from the heat, this is a nice little spot to have something a bit different. Not Thai, although there is yuzu in the drink. But this croissant is up there, top 3 I've ever had. All right, I am hydrated, I'm caffeinated, I had an opportunity to sit down. I feel like I have a new life, and that means we're gonna try some more food. The weather has changed. It is so nice. The humidity has dropped. There's a little bit of wind, and actually the clouds have gone and the sky is blue. So this is the perfect time to come out. I'm looking for a honey roasted pork sandwich that someone told me was fantastic, not easy to find. And I think it's just really great pork on white bread, but it sounds really tasty. Well, I learned an important lesson. If you want to eat something at the Chatuchak Market, you have to go there first, and that's because it's so popular, it might sell out, and that's exactly what happened to me. I wanted to eat this pork burger at this spot, and it's so well known, I guess, they ran out of the bun. So they did have pork that they were selling though by the pound, so I got 100 grams for 60 baht. This is honey pork. Oh, now I regret not getting the sandwich. Look at that, it's so tender. Just honey roasted pork. Oh, now we're off to try to find some pad thai. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna sell out. Now, it is getting late. Learning very important lessons. I wanted to eat this at the spot that had pad thai with river prawns. It was supposed to be fantastic. Not in the main court, but a little stall tucked deep into the market. But it's closed. And so one of the things that we passed along the way was this coconut ice cream. Now, coconut ice cream here is famous. At one point, I think the original started serving it in coconut shell and others did not. And so it became really popular. But then the others caught on and they said, well, we're gonna start doing it in coconut shell too. I think coconut ice cream is one of those things that you don't have to search around the market to find the original. Finding any of them is fine. This is 60 baht. You get the coconut ice cream, 2 scoops, a glass of coconut water, and then 3 free toppings. So we got sticky rice, peanuts, and pineapple, because maybe it'll be a little bit like a pina colada ice cream. Yeah. Oh, good. Flavor of coconut is good. It's like a nice, refreshing ice cream. You can't go wrong with peanuts and, of course, pineapple. Big portion size, though. This is definitely for 2 people. And then the sticky rice. This is good. We're gonna still look for pad thai. I don't want to just pick any pad thai, though, because it's not all good. And pad thai is probably one of the most famous traditional Thai foods for foreigners, at least. So if I'm gonna have one, I want it to be fantastic.
So it's octopus. Let's try.
Is it tender?
The first is sticky. I like that, like rubber. Good sauce.
All right, so I made Alan give me a detailed review of this. So it comes in a cup. It's mostly filled with lettuce, but it is octopus. How much was it? 100. It's not bad. I think it's a little bit pickled. That sauce that I put on it is a little bit sour, a little bit pickly. It's small, a little bit chewy, but not rubbery. Let's get another piece. It's kind of like an octopus salad. Not my favorite. It's good. I think this sour, spicy sauce that we still don't know what it is makes it. You need a lot of it, but ooh, it's spicy. So some final thoughts on Chatuchak. Last night we went to Kaarom Road and I wanted Alan to see it because I think it's one of those things that everyone should see, even if you know it's not for you. It made me feel like even 15 years ago I knew it wasn't for me, it's still not for me. Chatuchak I went to 15 years ago and I really enjoyed it, but I guess I was a different person then. Today I felt like it was still very touristy and yeah, it was very touristy. I think if you want to come here, the thing you gotta do is go with someone who knows. Maybe you take a tour, maybe you know someone from here, but I think to really find like the hidden gems and spots, you gotta know. That said, I did love that biryani. I thought that was like a really solid spot and that pork was great. But I feel like there's lots of gems and then lots of just other stuff around it. We didn't buy anything. We came here wanting to get souvenirs, but even magnets were 3 for 100, so more than $1 a magnet, which just felt like they were made in China and you know, we're spending $5 on magnets. So we didn't get anything. We did have some good food. We had some okay food, and now we're having a very cold beer. After this, I think what we're gonna do is go to the mall. I want to take Alan to the more modern area because we are staying in Old Town and then we came here. And so just to show that there's so much more to Bangkok, and then also that's another reason that we'll come back. We're gonna come back, stay in a different neighborhood, and we're gonna eat some really good food and explore different markets, both and also the night markets. In the next video, you're gonna see us in Vietnam. So we're going to fly back to Da Nang and get on a train overnight from Da Nang to Ninh Binh. Fingers crossed, our bike is okay in Ninh Binh because it arrives there 2 days before us, and then we're gonna pick it up and drive around the north of Vietnam. So until then, cheers. Join my Patreon community for more behind the scenes and exclusive content you won't find elsewhere. You can also find me on Instagram, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. All of these things make my day. Thank you so much for your support.